can feed in that relentlessly.
Yeah, so that Queen of Pain and that Earthshake, still having some questions, but now we feel more confident that a Marcy is going to be a support. So yeah, just straight up banning out what carries are good here. So both of them trying to get the best lane matchups, the best possible last pick.
Yeah, but Pure gets to see his lane, and he gets to see the carry-to-carry matchup first too. So.
I mean, if you're picking a carry, I kind of feel like it has to be like a more general one, like something like Gyro.
For heroic?
I mean, yeah, for
Yeah, I
heroic.
like either that.
Because you don't really know your carry matchup. You want something that TA. Yeah, you need something that can maybe fight a lot more early and just help your team. You know.
Gyro Chen would do very well against Lycan in lane.
Yeah, you have the flag for the creeps.
Yes.
You have the armor.
I think.
And it's an excellent gate hero as well. I think Heroic loves to have a carry that can come through the gates to unleash their offlaner Whisper.
I was building up because they're still thinking about this ban that goes into that pick for themselves. What else has Pure just really been?
I think lifesteal. I think lifesteal would be a big one, but the one that you did mention as well could work out, especially if this is going to be Queen of Pain from the offlane, and it does look like it's going to be.
It's just too scary in the hands of a team that's willing to.
So they need to pick something that kind of covers the lifestealers' bases here.
I agree.
Would that really be that Gyro though, or do you lose a little bit of faith? That was the matchup.
Gyro against lifestealer is a bit complicated. I don't think you can beat the lifestealer later.
What about picking up the lifesteal for themselves? Wow, well that answers my question.
Yeah.
Maybe like, do you just hard push? You go Nature's Prophet? You just
Nature's Prophet looked so bad from Oral, I gotta say. I think TH are really good options if they want to speed things up. These are also that allow your supports to be playing around you. So you are not going to be afraid of Lycan. Chen's going to give you protection. Chen's going to be giving you some armor as well. And if you're fighting close to them, these heroes are going to be strong. But they're going to take...
Oh, I like that.
This
is good. This is something that Extreme Gaming did try yesterday as well, to go with the Bristleback, to have a little bit more extra pressure, something that comes online super early. And that did work out for them at the early stages of the game. They did ended up losing that game, but Bristle, I got to say, it looked good from the carrier role.
I mean, lifesteal looks pretty nasty here.
5 seconds remaining.
I like the Bristle too. Yeah, like you said, it's an answer to the Lycan. There is Void Spirit who can face you, force you to face in a certain direction, which is always rough for Bristle. But carry Bristle will get a BKB.
They do have break mechanic though.
And they have break
relatively early hoodwink pick that you're gonna need to be careful about, and you have something to pull him back. You did mention Void Spirit as well, turning him around.
I mean, the thing about the Bristol is it kind of enables their whole lineup, right? Because if you don't have the overall last pick, I think the next best thing you could do is just try to make sure you have a draft that covers all your bases. You enable each other's timings, and hopefully you can, pull through, And this anti-mage means it's gonna go totally the other way for Pure.
I see. Okay. I mean, this is a
co-op counter in the lane.
This is a lane dominator against Queen of Pain. Although I will say.
Wait, do you change your lane matchup right now? Put the co-op on carry and put the Bristol there.
I think that's what
they're doing.
Yeah,
they're doing Schofield 4 on Queen of Pain, and Bristle versus AM.
Oh, that's actually a very nice switch up here.
Smart, very smart.
Because Bristol loves anti-mage.
Yeah, he's not worried.
Now, is this anti-mage last pick really lost its value, or is there still a lot of value in having it?
I think the value is to win the lane. I feel like their lineup is slow with the anti-mage, but if you can actually win the lane, then it kind of compensates for that fact. But Heroic is noticing that how important is AM needs to win his lane, so they're swapping their heroes down to try to destabilize that. So I think I kind of like what Heroic is doing here, and I feel like this AM won't have time to pump.
Yesterday against Falcons, this anti-mage was level 2 in the mid lane, trying to go for the gank. I think this time around things are going to be slightly easier for him, but overall, when you think about how much control they do have against this anti-mage, there's Earthshaker. That's pretty much about it.
That's true. I like the switch up. I think Heroic has 3 winning lanes. Earthshaker should also do very well against Void Spirit mid. The question is, like, it is GPK. He seems to win matchups that he shouldn't. Does that factor in? But I love the switch up.
I mean, it's not just the lane, right? After the lanes, they're going to group up with this Shaker and Chen Creeps and the BB in front. How is the AM going to stop the push? Like, they're going to lose their towers, they're going to lose Roshan, they're on the Radiant side, Automata is going to go down. And I feel like AM is going to need too long, and he's going to miss his timing in this game.
Well, Is there a timing on the side of Heroic now that we're seeing? Is there a moment where you feel like they might lose some power and kind of fall a little bit short? Is there that time limit?
I think this is where Lycan comes in, because this hero comes online so quickly, so it's going to be a lot on Miro to be able to do a lot. If he's not shut down, it's going to be him and GPK buying just enough time so that Anti-Mage can be able to push back, because this is not an early game-oriented hero. Even with the Helm of the Dom, I just want to see how good of a start Pure is going to be having on this AM.
Alrighty, we're almost ready to get into our game. Before we do, we're going to head on down to the stage with Tsunami and the coach of Heroic.
Prepare for Thank you very much. I am indeed joined by Cafs of Heroic, where I've got some questions about what you made Schofield do this game. You picked up the Queen of Pain, decided to turn it into a support. What's the idea here?
Well, I think everyone that plays high-level ranked know that Schofield plays a lot as a core. And Queen of Pain is one of the go-tos. He's always playing co-op randomly, and I think he plays really well on the hero, and we needed that for the draft. We're doing that a lot this tournament, and I believe him. I think he's gonna show he's good on the hero.
I'm more than happy to see that become a reality, and what you're doing for the draft is working consistently. You put Analog on Shaker. I'm biased, but that has been my favorite hero to see him on. I'm happy you're making it happen. What was the reason in this matchup?
They picked the Void Spirit. It is a flex for them, because Spirit already plays. And we figured that if we pick Shaker and we have co-op, we can have two good lanes against Void Spirit on both mid and off lane. So we could double flex and just play for that.
It kept him guessing. I need a one-word answer for this last one. Anti-Mage, 25th, 24th pick. Are you scared? Yes or no?
Nah.
He's not scared. Let's see if it happens as we get into game number 1.
And you cannot afford to be scared going this deep into the international. Elimination on the line, but no matter which way this series goes, history is about to be set, Avery. We either have BB Team outdoing their previous performance in 5th, 6th in 2023, or a South American team top 4 for the first time in the history of the international.
So many TIs have come and gone, and they have never gotten that far. It would be historic indeed. A lot on the line for these two teams, and one series to prove they are worthy to advance farther here. This is quite a game 1 draft we have in terms of how much skirmishing, how much team fight has been prioritized, and already the action commences. First blood to KJ on that bottom lane. Exactly what you want to see if you're a Heroic fan. This is a team that plays better when the action is fast, chaotic, in your face. You don't know what's going on. Classic South American style Dota.
And Pure, he's gonna fall as well. Heroic taking this laning phase by storm, just as they intended from their draft.
This lane swap is really going to hurt the AM pick, and we saw how much damage this AM suffered yesterday on the hands of Pure. I mean, he had one of the worst lane stages I think he's ever had in his career on this hero in that last pick situation. He got lane swapped into another rough situation again, already suffering. You do not want a repeat of that game if you are BB Team here.
Yeah, the upside being that it really can't get much worse than the last Anti-Mage performance, but the downside is this time around, elimination is on the line. You can't afford to drop the series.
This is a very different team too. Heroic will play fast. They will push the pace. They will kill you around the map. They will hunt you. They are extremely good at it. And they have a Chen Bristle lineup where if you give them a lead, we could see something similar to what Falcons did yesterday. You just push 25, 35 minutes, first, second Roshan. If you can get it down quickly, high ground is absolutely on the menu for this lineup. You do not want to give them that 9, 10K gold lead. They will just end the game out of nowhere. This AM, he's on a clock. He needs to find his items fast enough to contribute in the team fights as Heroic try and push the pace, and the howls are already coming out.
Collective 10 denies already from the Heroic side. You see not just the kills, but the denies that they're getting out of things, and it's only escalating from here. You're going to expect that, particularly with the Earthshaker matchup. And the fact that the Bristleback is able to get as many denies as he has as well. BB Team are going to be walking into this early game behind in gold, but certainly behind in experience.
Heroic got the lanes they wanted. They should be confident pulling ahead in this laning phase, particularly with that Shaker matchup mid. You have Shaker against a melee hero. You should absolutely free farm. You should get the denies. Fight for the Lotus will go BB team's way here.
KJ, he's going to try and hold on. It seems like Pure, he'll take some damage, but in the end, gets that Lotus. And how did that fight with the Chen? I have to imagine KJ actually was able to sit there. He was able to force BB team back, so he got the Lotus on the safe lane.
Big win for them. Putting mana into these two side laners for Heroic, really important here between the Bristle
especially with a jump. Yuma, he's going to make expert use of that mana. Pushes Miro out of position. Healthy amount of damage. The bushwhack, the only thing that saves his life there.
Putting the pressure on these Helm heroes always feels good. You just delay it a little bit, it counts for a lot down the stretch. If you can pick up a kill on this lane, it would be amazing for Heroic. Extra experience going into this Chen would go a huge way for KJ in this game. Get those auras up, your team fights a lot stronger. Another jump, another rebound, another toss.
Beautiful double hit. The Lotus, bit a heal going the way of the Lycan.
Will survive to the Helm though, flying out now. Feels like Miro got through at least a tough early portion of this lane. Analog feeling heat of his own. This glimpse is coming for you, just out of range.
Almost got him. Has to hit it with the Remnant, does manage to do so. Now the glimpse is in range, but it's not even required to get the kill.
Nice little rotation from Kataomi. I mean, that top lane not going well at all. Try and make something else happen on the map. And this will skew that mid matchup that was going Analog's way. Now it's going to swing back to GPK. We saw how much of a rock GPK has been for this team. If you're going to put resources into one lane in this game as BB team, it's got to go mid. Enable this man, let him carry you, let him carry those early mid game fights. He's your one playmaker. He's got to create space for this Lycan and this AM.
Look at this body blocking. KJ, true to his name, king of the jungle, but apparently not good enough as Kataomi continues his roaming experience.
As a glimpse.
The Disruptor with the glimpse ready to go. One kill, looks to turn to two. It's an immediate bushwhack after the glimpse, guarantees a double for Miro.
This double Disruptor rotation completely broke that stranglehold Heroic had on the early laning phase. They're topping the CS chart, but the net worth is starting to swing. And more importantly, there's just not the equivalent pressure going into the AM. The Helm is flying out for him. He's getting some decent net worth on that top lane. Top CS. Way better start for Pure than we saw that other time around.
Yeah, the fact that BB team is actually up in gold now, is that, how concerning is that for Heroic, considering the fact they put in so much effort to win the laning phase, and it seems like the latter part of this has not worked out for them?
Still fine. I mean, you can still snowball this game. You can still put pressure on the lanes with Chen rotations. You can look for the Shaker blink. You can look for the stacking on the triangle too, right? Schofield trying to just deward these sentries to free up the camps. It's been a nuisance for them. So no stacks created at the 6-minute mark. Could hamper Analog's momentum here. If you can't find kills, you got to go back to that jungle. And if there's nothing waiting for you in the jungle, then where are you going on the map?
I was expecting to see teams put more resources into blocking out these camps, just because it has been one of the reasons that Earthshaker has been so highly valued, right? You just pick this hero up. Even if you lose the lane, you have this guaranteed fallback. And if you win the lane and you get it a bunch of ancient stacks, you're just so far ahead of anybody else, it's hard to fight.
If I see Shaker or Saiyan King mid, I'm going in there and I'm blocking those camps as much as I can. That's your biggest accelerant going into that mid game. So Analog definitely getting slowed down here. Whisper trying to make up for it, doing some creep cutting. Very hard target to all in and bring down.
They might be able to get him here.
And they're going to try.
He had a decent amount of mana, so Pure can do some damage, and with the Void Spirit, it's guaranteed. They pull him back in off of the glimpse. And GPK nets another one. Analog will cut what waves he can just to try and deny some golden experience away from BB team, but the damage has been done. Pure, despite Kataomi's roaming around the map, is 33-7 in CS. This is, I mean, he had this similar CS score in like 15 minutes last time around.
He's cruising here. Way stronger and more fluid early game for BB team than we saw yesterday. They're picking it up here, and this is the right time to do it, and against the right team. Again, you do not want to fall behind in this game. You get those helms up, your laning is really solid at that point. You can start to push heroes off of the lanes. You can threaten the towers. Those gank rotations are going to turn into objectives if Heroic can't battle back.
And they need Analog in order to battle back. The faster he gets his Blink Dagger, the better. Good glimpse. Make sure the Kataomi stays alive. Schofield is getting a little behind here in experience.
I was just looking at it. This Queen did not want to take a lot of the experience off the lane from the bristleback and has done some stacking. So Schofield's going to be the one super far behind in this game. I mean, he can absolutely make up for it in the fights, get that experience back. But he is a big playmaker for this squad. It hurts to see him on this super sacrificial role. Maybe he'll leech a bit off the stacks here, and you got to pay him back somehow, right?
Katomi certainly knows this is going on. He secures the power rune for GPK. Question is, will GPK go into the triangle at the right time here? The Earthshaker has been missing for such amount of time. He's got to be careful not to get too close, though. Analog is going to hold on to the Echo Stem for as long as possible. BB team will manage to soak some of that experience. Now GPK, now the stacks are cleared, he goes in for a kill. He'll chase after Schofield. Misses the Remnant this time around. Still got the glimpse on him. 2 seconds till the blink is back up. The bushwhack lands before the blink can get him away to safety.
They did get some of that experience leech. Kataomi getting to level 5 off that stack being cleared. They sapped it across both heroes, I believe. Pretty decent win for BB team. It's really tough to get in there and contest the actual creeps, but if you can get the experience, it's a huge boon. Schofield will recover his game a little bit, also pushing up to level 5. Very even across the board. Just be a matter of Analog finishing up this blink, and then you can look for some aggressive plays onto this Void Spirit potentially. Quick smoke here from Save. He wants to get GPK's momentum built even more here.
Dynamic duo of Save and GPK. They have been the ones on BB team who have secured them or brought back many a mid game. Just these two running around finding kills. They're looking for one on Yuma here.
He's tanky.
He is. If Yuma had some sort of creep to jump to, he might have been able to get away. But even after the rebound, there was still the glimpse. BB team brought in Katomi, 4 heroes in the bottom lane. And why not? If they get a kill like this, if they clear out this bottom lane, the tower is free for the taking. It's a Lycan, it's a Helmet Dom, it's kind of guaranteed.
It's just dying. Double troll summoner down here. All this skeleton rally on top of wolves, on top of each other. So much tower damage. This tier 1 just got shredded.
Trying to secure power runes here. Instead, going for the kill on Katomi. A Fissure will help out here, slowed down by the Hellbear. They certainly got it with the trade-off. GPK trying to do some damage. Sonic Wave just got picked up. Big damage on Save in the back lines. They focus on GPK, though, and they've got the Sentry in place. Despite the Invis Room pickup, they still hit the kill necessary for Heroic, as it felt like things were slipping away a little bit.
Really nice connection from Schofield. He hits 3 screams plus the Sonic Wave on 2. Max damage coming out from that fight. Your Queen of Pain right there. Hits his mark. That's exactly what you want from this support. It'll get him to an early fighting item here. And a really nice connection with the cores.
I will say this combination of mids that are able to go hit jungle, the Earthshaker, Beastmaster, the 2 that come to mind, clear out stacks, giving an opportunity for supports that fall behind like Schofield did in this game, and just give them the mid lane for a while, right? It has done wonders for a lot of these 4 positions that have found themselves a little bit starved in experience trying to give solo to their off lane.
I agree. They did a nice job recovering. Schofield here prioritizing and do not want that Sonic Wave on off the map for too long.
Straight up Echo is the burst damage. There it is. They got him with the trio of Whisper, Analog, and Schofield. They pick up that kill, but the pressure from BB team is still on. They may be finding kills around the map for Heroic, but BB team are taking towers.
The rally continues here. Glyph already popped this tower. It's gonna fall really fast, and you use that Echo top, so they're very confident to push. In fact, they want more. They want mid and a kill top, looking for the glimpse, plus the sharp shot.
Managed to get the shot on him. He's gonna be broken into the static shore for the guarantee. Not messing about whatsoever. As Heroic back away after taking the tower of their own, they lose a core.
This is a really fast-paced game right now. Everybody's looking for more off of the initial play, and those are generally the games where Disruptor thrives, because you always get that +1. You always get that secondary kill off the little tower of the fight. Kataomi having himself a very strong early game here. Sonic Wave back up.
Oh, got him, but they used the glimpse, so unfortunately a bit of overlap there. It doesn't matter. GPK, thanks to the amp damage, had more than enough to bring down Schofield, and another outer tower pressure. The kill combo of GPK and Save, combined with Miro and his efficiency in taking towers, is taking map control away from Heroic at a blistering pace.
This is where this anti-mage looks so much different than past iterations of the hero. I mean, Pure has contributed with this helm to a lot of pushes. He's been stable on that top lane. He's farming incredibly fast. You picked him off twice, but he has not slowed his game down at all.
And you simply can't say the same about Yuma's Marcy.
Nope.
Another break onto the bristleback. Underneath the tier 2. This just cannot happen. Sonic Wave goes out. Already got the Simulate. Nice hit from Yuma, though. Lands on top of the Void Spirit. Taunts him back into Kataomi. They'll finish off the support, but can they get the core? This is a crucial kill. GPK trying to hide away. Goes to the Sentry Teleport out, but there's a Fissure. That'll stop him in his tracks. Heroic. They do strike back. Just about to point out the fact that Yuma, despite having top net worth, has not really been an active force in this game, but he shows up at the perfect time.
The points he has chosen, though, have been very good. That mid-fight where he helped them get extra kills, and now this top lane, he helped pick up the Void Spirit again. He has shut down the Void Spirit's momentum off of the carry roll. Can't really ask for more. He's had himself probably his best tournament ever. I think that is easy to say. He's continuing to put the pressure on here. Quick smoke from Heroic. The pace just does not stop. They want to free up some space to finish the Marcy BKB. No Sonic Wave for this play, but you do have that Echo Slam Blink Dagger available for Analog. Looking to find his mark. Would love to find a big core target off this smoke, especially if you're bringing multiple cores. This could be Whisper just farming that Ags. Instead, he's looking for the aggressive potential. Scan hits.
All right, as he's on top of the Ancients. Perfect opportunity for a big Echo Slam. A ton of damage. Miro, he's going to go for the shapeshift, and they don't have enough stuns. In fact, they're going back around. The Earthshaker's in trouble. A static storm on 2. The Quap runs out of it, but the cores are stuck inside. Schofield makes his blink away. A Glintz to pull him back to his doom. They thought they had the opportunity. Miro was farming up Ancients, but the damage, they underestimated just how tanky this Lycan truly is.
A total disaster of a play for Heroic. They just didn't have the Ags on the bristle. You're missing a lot of damage. There's not that many creeps around for this Echo Slam, and that Wolf, he's got over 2,000 HP. That is not an easy target to go in, especially without that Sonic Wave. Again, you made that play without the Queen of Pain ulti. If you have it, it's a guaranteed kill.
With the Lycan coming online, this Helm of the Overlord, with the Void Spirit picking up a shard soon. We've seen the way that this is just kind of clears out waves or neutral camps wherever he lays this Aether Remnant. And all these outer towers gone. It feels like Heroic is just going to be shoved into, you know, their own little 1/3 of the map. And it's going to be BB Team owning everything else, which is really scary to think about when the Battle Fury is completed for Pure, right? He's just going to be hoovering up the entire map.
And their catch is really limited. This is a great catch team, but you only have so many spells to try and find this AM with. And as you said, there's a lot of units that are going to be on this map from both teams. A lot of Doms in this game. You have Chen creeps, you have Lycan Wolves, a lot of scouting potential to help you rat if you really want to. And that is part of BB Team's game plan here. They want to free up the space for the Lycan and the AM to just get these side lanes in. They're going to be ghosts on the map. You're not going to be able to catch them. This next 10 minutes could be really difficult for Heroic to find the type of team fight they're looking for.
If they can find that fight, though, the BKB on Marcy
it's good right
should
now.
ensure they win it. Like, I feel like they do win on 5-on-5. It's just unlikely they get the initiation for it as BB Team continues to pick them off around the map. Schofield shot down right in front of his mid-tier 2. Not even the middle of the map is safe.
And this is the issue. This kill team can play around that mid lane. You're going to have issues shoving it back out unless you commit multiple cores here. And the whole time you're worrying about this situation, AM's farming out top, Lycan's farming out bottom. Side lanes are getting pushed back in from units. This map is not fun to play right now.
Analog will be able to match the Void Spirit's ghost shove that he's able to do with his own Fissure spam.
Yeah, but look at how clumped they are. Afraid to go on GPK. I mean, especially with the shield rune, he's just unkillable right now.
Yeah.
But you're getting corralled. A lot of heroes by this bottom tier 2. You have to regain some map control here. Either smoke out, get some wards, look for the pick off, or back each other up to get these lanes out. You have more information to play off of right now. This is turning into a lane shove game where the AM has free reign, and that is not the style of game you want with this Heroic lineup.
No, not at all.
Here's that smoke. They have everything available. Sonic Wave gives you the extra damage right now. And that BKB timing on Yuma. really powerful if he can just lay into some cores.
It feels like if this smoke doesn't land,
I mean, how do you land this smoke though? This is the issue.
you just got to go blind. But if it doesn't land, I feel like they are almost going to be forced into late game scenarios. Right? It just doesn't feel like they're going to ever get enough map control to take over the mid game the way they want to.
This might land smoke from BB going straight into them, unaware of the positioning.
And it's 2 supports, but they throw it inside the Fisher pit. They do not hit the 2 supports that are on the side, but thanks to the bristleback cutting in from the side, they should be able to still get them. Schofield makes his blink away, but he's still going to take out in the end. Pretty clumped. Miro's going to chase after him here. Echo Slam attempted, but JPK's already jumped away with it to simulate. He's got a haste rune here. Oh, they're trying to blow him up the Marcy. No, the Fisher goes down. They've got the damage. 2 swings from Yuma, 2 rounds of that ultimate. And the Void Spirit, he may be tanky, but not enough there. Winning a fight right outside the Roshan pit. You couldn't ask for a better situation for Heroic.
Very awkward start. They thought the smoke broke because they were doing Roche, so you had to kind of blink in blind. But it gets the job done. This Shaker's just such a menace in these early team fights. And both the supports going down for BB team early means you lose all your control. Your cores are not that useful if you don't have stuns to back them up. The Lycan's a threat here. It does force a buyback out of Schofield, but Schofield's happy to commit this buyback to get a fight into that Roshan. It's just such a big win in this game when you were getting ratted onto these side lanes. And Pure not confident enough to go in here with limited resources. Not great mana void targets this game. He doesn't want to be dragged into these fights right now. He'd rather have the game just be split up across the map. He was having a great time. Now all of a sudden Heroic pick up some steam. They're going to get another aura on the Chen as KJ will finish mech on top of the drum. A lot more sustain coming into this already pretty tanky lineup with the 2 brawlers on the front line plus the Marcy, who now is an Aegis.
Momentum shifting back over to Heroic side after that team fight. The smoke, it worked out beautifully. Now it's time to see if they can actually be a little bit more on the offensive, if they can actually get some of that map control back. Some of the ways they're trying to address this, they've got Schofield going more lockdown in the Rod of Atos. Pure, he got hit by the stun, push back in. So much burst damage.
Beautiful connection there. That's a very limited window to hit that. They hit it absolutely on point. Yuma making his presence felt again. And that was Pure getting a little greedy, trying to kill some Chen creeps and Dom creeps. He actually mana voided them too. Just shows you how much it takes to get some of these off the map sometimes.
Oh yeah, he's been mana voiding neutral creeps probably every 2 minutes or so.
Yep.
He hasn't done it off cooldown, but he has been done it a number of times this game. Probably feeling like if he can just get to the late game, he'll be able to win it for his team. But farming that area in particular, I think is dangerous because you know that Heroic, considering they have the Aegis, they're going to go for the Tormentor at some point. They're going to play to that side of the map soon.
Straight into the Queen of Pain, rewarded for the buyback earlier, and a nice shard to pick up. Silence could be really influential in this game, especially against the AM, against the Void Spirit. This is a super nice game for the Queen of Pain shard, especially when you're on support. Like, you can just aggressively blink in, go for the silence. If you trade your life for a core, that's a win. You're not a core Queen of Pain, who cares?
Found the Disruptor. BB team maybe trying too hard to get control of the map. The Disruptor very far forward there.
Oh, their momentum has been killed in this game. Heroic starting to take a lot more control than I expected.
Sage spots KJ, trying to take some Lotuses, and he's got no allies in the area. He's definitely going to die. And BB team know it too, thanks to this lane ward they have in bottom.
Awkward area to end up as the Chen.
Yeah.
He's getting farmed though. And you gotta remember this Chen lineup, at like 30-35 minute mark, you get that third aura item on him, you have Hand of God to back it up. That's a lot of HP for this BB team to get through. They have pretty good single target focus, but their AoE teamfight is really lackluster. So they have to pick their mark very well. They have to all in that first core that they see. Potentially even reset the fight after that. Getting one kill is not going to get them a teamfight victory here.
Sade getting a bit of information. Spotting some heroes, maybe trying to block any potential smokes. I mean, off this ward.
I would be surprised if BB want to fight right now. It just doesn't look possible.
I mean, the way that Katomi is playing into Heroic, I don't know. It's a little different. 5, 6, 7 minutes ago, yeah, BB team had full control of the game. They may be able to pick off Analog here. As Yeah, he is shot down. Just too much damage.
Playing around that one ward they have down there. Super nice find. Felt confident with the shield rune plus Hand of God, but
Radiant's bottom tower faces
Vessel off of GPK will negate a lot of that potential healing to come through. It gives you confidence to go for these pickoffs, and that's where this lineup will thrive. Just keep finding solo kill pickoffs. Don't let Heroic group up and take objectives or force the team fight. You're going to be a lot happier around the map. We see what the anti-mage is doing top. He'll instantly get pinged. I mean, you can ping him, but to go and kill this man takes a lot of time, takes resources.
Yeah, if you don't kill him right now, he's going to have a Manta, making it even harder to pick him off when you get that jump, like that silence from the Quap, for example.
Interesting smoke from BB going through the gate. Almost like they're reading some sort of play that was going to go on the AM and they're trying to back him up. Instead, they just run into Whisper.
Yeah, it's just a Whisper. Now he has a BKB. He pops it now. He's got his team joining him. They've got some stuns on Pure. Pure is the one who has to blink away. And what they get out of it, still 250 gold off of that Helm of the Overlord creep. Something to work with.
BB team just out. Continue to farm the map. No reason to take that fight head on. That'll waste the Aegis period here for Yuma. Time's out. The next Roshan potentially in 3 minutes. You're looking at that.
Dire's bottom tower won't last.
You really want it if you are Heroic. You got to gear up for that fight. Could be a fight that BB easily contest if they have some nice item timings for it.
I don't know. I mean, you're going to get Aghanim Scepter on the Void Spirit, but is that going to matter if you're matched up against triple BKBs?
The BKB timing is going to be tough for BB to fight into, but they potentially have Nullifier on Lycan, that Ags on the Void. If you can get to another item on the AM, I think that team fight is absolutely doable. Again, you're looking to go in, hit a target, or pop BKBs, reset, kite that fight out, re-engage. It's not just an all-in slam.
Sure.
For Heroic, it's a lot more straightforward. I mean, you can just go in and slam.
Yeah, see hero, stun hero, all in.
Especially Yuma. If stuns connect on a target and he can get in there with the rebound, he's just going to shred anybody in this game. This Marcy AM matchup is not fun for AM until, you know, 4th, 5th item. You can start to kite the fight out and maybe survive.
Even then, I don't think it's
still
ever
good for Marcy. Yeah, I don't think it's ever good, but at least then you have a route to take the fight. Right? You can try and dodge and play away from the Marcy, kill other heroes, kite him out. But Yuma's got to be really confident in this matchup, and if he can finish this Daedalus, which is coming out very soon, it's going to take 2-3 seconds of stun duration. This AM's gone. And there it is.
There's the Daedalus and the damage buff up of the Vlads from the Chen.
Could also potentially find an Alpha Wolf in this game. You could buff his damage considerably here.
Yeah, and Bristleback won't say no to that either, right? We have two big physical damage hitters. And because we see this Bristleback scale up, we've unfortunately seen a Battle 3 Bristleback even, but the Seeing Red facet is no joke going into the late game. And even the Earthshaker. A lot more magic damage out of him, but that Enchant Totem still hits pretty hard. This AM is not going to be protected in this game.
So I think you have to almost go 4 or 5 items on Pure before you take the head-on fight. I just don't think he can enter it. Maybe you get a really nice Mana Void target after BKBs are out.
They know he's here, but the Fissure just a little shy. GPK able to get a jump away, and now Schofield is an easy pickings for BB team.
Their long-range poke and kill is so nice with this trio.
Yeah.
Just so low committal. You can't turn that play. There's nothing to turn on.
Yeah, much harder for, I think, particularly for Marcy, who is kind of the shortest range core of these initiators. Like, you really need... You can't really contest this, like, 1,500 range that BB team is working with.
No shot. The fight for Heroic has to be within Yuma's range, and it has to be centered around that Marcy damage. And every time you overreach or that fight gets stretched out, way harder to connect with your biggest damage source. So more time for BB to split this map. Game continues to be dead even.
Yeah, well, look at that. I mean, Whisper is thinking the same thing. Yeah, I need to get on top of these heroes. He buys up a Blink Dagger. Yuma buys up a Blink Dagger. Double blinks for Heroic, trying to solve the gap close issue.
I like it. More mobility in the fight to find your core target. More instant damage follow-up on the stuns from the Shaker. That could be a big problem for you in this game. The blinks should fix that. Analog, he's going to find a gift down here.
Yeah, what is this? Pure, once again, farming just a little bit too aggro. They are more than willing to drop double ultimates to get a big kill like this, particularly when Roshan is in that spawn tier.
That's a huge find. Absolutely huge. Just gifted. I mean, I think that was a look of surprise from Analog. He's like, wait, this is real AM just sitting here farming.
Yeah. And that Roche will be in 30 seconds time. So Heroic are going to set up for it, hoping it'll spawn sooner rather than later.
That's a really long spawn for them. A little unfortunate here.
But it also means they can just keep trying to take fights. We'll run into some wards, clear out the area. Thanks to a gem on Yuma, not even the Wolves are safe to scout out Heroic.
Max spawn. You try and force it now. 15 seconds on the AM. There's a window here. I mean, they have a lot of physical burst to put into this.
I also feel like it's easy for them to do it with just 1 or 2 heroes. Not a ton of risk in that regard.
Yeah, you just man up here. I mean, again, BB's pit fighting is pretty lackluster. Even if you're clumped in that pit, what's to punish you? Static storm drop on a mass BKB lineup? Who cares?
And even the Wolves, if they're not killed by the Marcy, they're converted by the Chen. Schofield, I mean, he's been punished a number of times for these aggressive blinks. Really, he just does not care. The smoke wraparound, though, is coming from DBT. Moving up through the river, and Heroic have a lot of heroes inside of this pit right now. This is pretty dangerous. They're just all inning for it. Trying to finish up this Roshan now, and they will be able to do so before BB Team strike. Now, a Bushwhack grabs a couple, Sonic Wave goes out, and with Whisper blinking up to the high ground, it's hard for BB Team to get through. Nevertheless, they get on top of the Static Storm and take away the 2 supports. But do they want to fight this Marcy? After all, he's got BKB, he's got the Aegis, but it looks like Yuma has called it quits. He wants to back away. Whisper doesn't want to do the same. Nullifier placed onto Yuma as he's being hounded by the Wolf, but they go after the Bristleback now, who's just barreling forward still, refusing to back away. Now he pops his BKB, but it's a bit too late. The physical damage, it's stacked up, and he's dead.
Gem on the ground. Beautifully played fight from BB Team. They got the angle. They take the Chen down first. That's your biggest target. Take the sustain, the auras out of the fight. You get the other support on top of that, and then you're able to kite it out. And there's just no ult for Yuma halfway through. He's got to bail in that situation.
Yeah, I don't mind Yuma making the call to bail, but why are they not on the same page? Why is Whisper pushing after kills and Yuma backing out?
It got very disconnected very early. The start wasn't terrible, but they could not protect their supports, and this Lycan is doing some work in these fights. He's just chasing people down. There's no real control for him. Nobody wants to commit on that target. Big team fight win, even though the Aegis will go to Yuma. He does keep it here. It's something Heroic can play around, but not the team fight win they were looking for.
I mean, I think the bigger loss, I think the Bristleback dying, you know, that sucks. But I think the loss of the gem,
it hurts.
It hurts so badly when you're the ones wanting to take team fights. We already saw the last Aegis expire without a big team fight forced, right? Oh, they're coming through the gate. Miro, you see this, right? You see what's coming your way. You just took the Tormentor, but you might just die for it. They get the grab on him, hit him with a stun, lock him down with a Rod of Atos, and once again, the Unleash combined with the Sonic Wave, they've got him. A Bushwhack grab on a 2, though. He's going to burst down KJ, and he makes a break for it. He's out of here.
Nice little pickup from Save. That is a 7x streak on that Lycan. And
yeah, Analog's not messing about. He could have waited for that Ghost Scepter to fade away and just enchant Totem hit him, but he didn't want to take any chances.
Can't handle this deluge.
That's a very hard exchange to evaluate. I feel like it's kind of worth it for the Lycan. The Shard went to the Hoodwink. That's the one you wanted here. Shards to use that Boomerang to pick up another support kill. Like, that exchange is okay, but that was a big streak on the Lycan. A lot of gold going into the Queen of Pain there. Still, it's time for Pure.
Who does have a butterfly. So he has an answer, kind of, to the Marcy for a little while.
But he has to pick his blink target perfectly in the fight. Like, if he blinks in and he just ends up in the middle of the bristle of the Marcy, his fight's over.
Yeah.
Nothing to bail him out of that situation. So he really has to let other heroes go in first. He needs to see the fight develop and come in later. It cannot be the first point of contact for BB Team. And Heroic will take that every time. I mean, if they see Pure, they're jumping him. They're all in him. Marcy is just going to slay him.
2 minutes left on the Aegis, and the lanes are actually kind of in Heroic's favor. They're getting them all over that mid line of the river.
They have some map
See what they could do with it.
I mean, it's likely they will try and smoke during this Aegis period. I don't think they are confident enough to push mid tier 2 straight up. That feels a little brazen, given how these fights are going.
Whisper trying to catch Analog. He gets him with a blink for it, hits one stun. They need detection. They really want to get this gem back into their favor and should be able to do so. There's just no outrunning this situation. So the gem is back on Heroic side. That means that they can make these movements without wards or wolves scouting them out as often.
That was the easiest gem recovery of their life.
Kind of was.
Surprised Save was out that far carrying it. Could have given it to GPK or something. I mean, this gem is just so valuable for the wolf scouting.
Top tower is under
Having confidence about the vision going into the team fight, and you give up pickoffs like this, it's going to lead to objectives for Heroic. They're going to feel a lot more comfortable grouping. This will be a free tier 2 top, as Pure gets a free tier 2 bottom. Santimage picking up the rat action.
And I think he asked a rat because I still don't believe that BB team are going to be able to take the 5-on-5. You've got, even with the agents expiring, you've got this Shen who's going to pick up a shard, right? He gets one of those golems. That aura makes this squad, this triple strength core, so tanky. I just kind of don't believe that Pure has the damage to deal with that.
He doesn't want to take the fight straight up, but if you can rat, you can put Heroic in an awkward position. Maybe you get a numbers advantage somewhere. Maybe the single core pickoff that we've seen BB do a bunch of times with the damage from this Hoodwink comes through and gets a hero really low, forces out early BKBs. This kind of chaotic situation can create openings for the anti-mage to come into that fight later. Again, you're not looking to go in here and man fight the Marcy, but he can do a lot of damage. He is incredibly farmed in this game. Helmet Dominator, Battle Fury anti-mage is doing what it does best, pushing towards that level 25, getting incredibly farmed. There's a full Abyssal Blade. That is something that lets you fight this Marcy. In fact, you probably have the advantage right now with full Abyssal plus Butterfly before the MKB comes out on Yuma. In fact, well, he just finished it, actually. He's also very farmed, so...
Yeah, I
didn't get a fight out this exact timing. That's kind of what they're looking for, right? You get this Abyssal, you're like, okay, I can go in. I can Abyssal stun this Marcy. I can give us a little bit of a bigger window.
Whisper, he's going to be one to break this smoke. They do not want to go into this bristleback, but maybe they have to. Oh, go! They actually can go for it. Still, though, the outside hits on Miro. He gets off his BKB, and Yuma does not get a bash. He couldn't get the lockdown. A glimpse back with the BKB lasts just long enough for Analog. A Fisher as they try and retreat backwards here. Yuma does not see the opportunity. They may have to leave behind KJ, whether it's a Void Spirit or a glimpse. Maybe they can protect him still with the Fisher as he gets up to the high ground. Pure with the Helmet Dom spots him, but Disruptor too far away for now. So in the end, it's Whisper to die. Not much else out of that fight. I guess Schofield did buy back once again. He is certainly not making a whole lot of progress in that network chart.
Just huge burst damage coming out on that first target they run into. No bristleback back interaction. They just go heads up, chain stun him off the Bushwhack Remnant Abyssal. Overwhelming damage. Trying to pick up Save again.
Yeah, Save once again not expected. Ooh, at the Sonic Wave. He tried to push him back into his team. That's okay. All is forgiven as long as the outcome is still income for Heroic.
The crazy thing is they took that Bristle down, they have Heroic on the run, and you're still hesitant to straight up chase with the AM. Because you don't want to blink into this Marcy just yet.
Radiant's middle tower
Will be 25 for Pure. And that'll be Mana Void cooldown. Nice little talent for him. Think about BKB here. That would give him a lot more confidence to go in early in the fight. Not afraid of the Shaker chain stun potential.
Now he can Mana Void even more neutral.
That's efficient. Brought the Shaker down bottom, plus the Marcy, maybe looking for a quick pick off on one of these waves. They will only find illusions.
This pace of my footfalls.
This feels like the point in the game where BB wanted to get to with this lineup, right? You stalled off the early momentum, you fought through those first two Roshans. Now you're getting to the late game with the Anti-Mage, with the Lycan split push. You have a lot of scaling to fall back on. You have a Disruptor Ags you can get into. You have 3 more items on GPK that he can eventually build into here. A lot of room to scale.
I feel that way for both sides. I mean, the Void Spirit, known to be quite the menace in the late game, and they've got some very solid supports behind it, but Heroic also have like this tri-core lineup. It's not just all in on the Marcy. I think their biggest problem is going to be, yeah, that man right there, Schofield, and how well he's able to progress. Having to buy back 2 different times, and the sacrifices he took in the laning phase means that he is not scaling the best. But even he is working towards a Scythe of Ice, and as long as he's got levels, he'll have damage.
Smoke coming through. BKB done for Pure. He buys out for this moment.
A fresh blood right for Analog. This Octarine opting for that over the Refresher. They're going to spot Whisper, try and burst him down again. Whisper wants to make sure he gets off the BKB first. But it does mean that the commitment from BB team, they can just go in and out. Oh, the Echo Slam whip there. Analog takes a bit of damage from somewhere, stopping his blink forward.
He got clipped.
Covers them with the Fishers. Miro, okay, the man's get the Glimpse back. And all in for the Earthshaker. The Mana Void is ready to go. Pure will use it, puts it to use, brings down the mid laner of Heroic. Now Schofield in some trouble, looking for his blink back inside the base. Heroic again losing the fight, but also still limiting their losses to 1 or 2 heroes. These fights, they just are not clean one way or the other.
Can see what BB team are trying to do though, right? Go and get that target, kite the fight out. They threaten the Chen. You have to BKB Lycan. He gets out of there. There's just no clear jumper target for Heroic. If that Echo Slam lands, it could be a very different story. But Analog is really struggling to find the window here. It's just units constantly on him. There's random damage sources. It's not clean. GPK continuing, just trying to get something out of Heroic right now.
And Yuma is not a threat without a Basher.
Nope.
Like this Void Spirit and this Lycan just keep on going into the fight, and there's nothing to control them during their BKBs. You have to get that BKB piercing disable for Yuma. I think there's no other way.
You have Hex on the Queen now. I mean, most of the control that Heroic have, especially with the Hex online now, is them initiating. Them finding the first target and letting the Marcy go in on top of that. I don't think we've seen that for probably 20 minutes.
I think it's always difficult to do, right? That is one of the advantages that Lycan gives you.
100%.
All these Helmet Dom creeps plus the Wolves, they just always seem to have vision over you. Combine that with the Disruptor.
You have to just smoke and jump off the smoke. That's your best chance in this game.
This may be the perfect opportunity. BB team very brazen in their attempts. It is going to be interrupted by GPK here, but if they get the jump on the GPK, got him to the Echo Slam. A response from Kyle telling me it's not good enough. He got a good static storm, but the BKBs are already out. Here, he's going to go for Whisper once again. Hits a big Mana Void. Whisper, not dead yet. He gets a little bit of heals out at the Chen, and he's staying alive for now. Pure, he has to back away. Miro's right in the middle. They all jump in, but Echo Slam, nah, it doesn't do much. Pure, he finishes off Analog, but the lock-in, Rodabatos, and BKB is gone for Miro, and so is his life. 2 cores dead on the side of BB team for the one of Heroic. Heroic had the advantage for Roshan, but now it's switching over to the other side. Oh, got the shield rune. Right in front of Heroic, the Scythe of Ice doesn't stop the rune grab here, but they do have an fire. Oh, what a beautiful bushwhack on a 2! They try and blow up Yuma, not quite. He blinks after it, hits him with another bash, and finishes him off. Now Whisper, he's up next. Rodabatos holding back for now, but he's got to blink up. He'll chase after Whisper. And save once again with the bushwhack. A glimpse back, pulling him back to his demise. Here working him through. A Scythe of Ice and a buyback. It has to work for Yuma, and he gets it. A monster kill on the enemy. Stops Kataomi as well. And that means Heroic. It was a risk, but it pays off. They have control of the pit.
Sick bushwhacks from Save, but BB end up overextending into the Marcy buyback. Not ready for Yuma round 2. And Whisper dealt so much damage to that anti-mage. He bursted him down with the Quills, 11 stacks, 2,000 going into Pure. He just could not survive the physical onslaught.
The buyback, I think this is coming too late.
Oh, they're committed.
Right jumps inside the pit. Can he take it on? He's got it! GPK, he rips it away from Heroic. And now, it came at a cost. It cost them the buyback. If Yuma dies here, he's in trouble. He got to unleashed. Now it's Pure. He's in trouble. Gets off the man to hit by his stun. And Invincible Blade goes off. A Fishers to try and stop him, but he's away. And now, danger time. BKB not up for Yuma. He's a dead. A dieback. 2 minutes. Heroic kept the fight on without him. With just 1 core to do it. And being hounded by the Wolf. Miro chases after them all the way back to their fountain. All the way back if necessary. They will find that 3rd core. And Heroic now on the brink of death. They've been cleaned up all over. And BB team have full control to push as many buildings as they want.
What is there to say? One time and time again, this team goes to GPK to make the plays. Absolutely salvaging that team fight, steals the second life away from Yuma, destroys his presence off of the buyback.
Will
and
it
you
be
just
enough?
do a chase down. They pass Cheese over to Pure. It was a beautiful itemization usage. Gives him the strength to keep pushing on, and they just want the game here.
As always, Pure has called to end the game. And it's going to be an Earthshaker buyback to try and hold it.
Without the Marcy, though, it just feels impossible. No bristleback buyback available.
They simply just do not have the damage. Nothing will stop BB Team at this point. Try as he might. He tries to go in with his BKB. They pop the cliff, but it is delaying the inevitable. BB Team, they have routed you, they have outfarmed you, and they will take game number 1.
What a game one it was. These teams are just here to brawl. There's a lot of creep action going around in the map. I'm sure it's very uncomfortable for Heroic to play, considering how they would prefer to play this game, but that is what you're up against. And this BB team is just, they're weird, man. Like, they have these games where it looks like a struggle, and then at some point, the switch gets flipped, and they are just
Oke Google. Oke Google. Udah kan ya? Oke Google. Apa arti dari Sawadee Malen Dota Kan He. Sawadee. Sawadee Malen Dota Kan He. Mari kita putar musik.
This ogre to stack. Basically, King Jungle is focused a lot on
The Stormcrafter comes. Rampant.